Pressures are mounting for the reopen of the Brexit deal. Yeah, that if you guys are wondering what this is all about, it's all got to do with the European Customs Union happening right now in the UK, and especially when it comes to the fisheries and all of that. And hey, if you're wondering who this is, my name is Nick, and I'm keeping you guys company on Real Talk, trying to keep it 100% real, trying to keep it true. And hey, this is Relax Radio, Relaks, without the X, because we believe in positivity. And because of that, here's a little snippet of what we have in store for you right here at Relax Radio. So check this out. That's right. You can always check us out on our webpage and on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're very big on Facebook and Instagram as well. And also, don't forget you can download our app from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Carry us all day, every day. And hey, if you guys want to come over this way, have a little chat or you want to talk to me, hey, you can always hit me up on those numbers. It's 07582 473 Those are the numbers. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, like I said, there's a lot of this pressure building up to reopen the Brexit deals happening in the UK. So the meat and the seafood, especially, particularly by these exports by small firms, are paying the highest price for the Brexit deal, and pressure is growing to lighten the burden of the paperwork. Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork involved with this, and like I was talking about, the other day, other countries like France and all of those countries that try to come and fish in the UK seas are having difficulties even obtaining the license. So yeah, the German businesses that are used to the UK supply are now paying higher costs and looking elsewhere for more reliable partners. That's right. So yeah, this is just another thing. You're losing your business as well, with what is going on. And Australia is also set to be the next UK trade deal. So future food standards are being negotiated behind closed doors. Yeah, there's been talked about, Australia coming in, stepping up with the UK trade deal. So let's see how that goes. So 4 months into Britain's break from the European Customs Union with its single market, and on May 1st, it becomes fully legal. So yeah, the European Parliament has endorsed the deal, and today the Council as well. So yeah, Portugal's Minister for Europe in the chair says this opens a new chapter. We value the UK as a good neighbor and an old ally and an important business partner. And who says that they don't have a sense of humor in Brussels? So that's just something that they are, saying right now. And meanwhile, though, where the UK meets the EU, both seafood and meat remain on the menu as those paying the highest price. Yeah, so those are the guys paying right now. They are the ones carrying the burden of all of this, and they're paying the most money when it comes to this. So MPs at Westminster are today highlighting the problems for the food sector and warning that firms will collapse and jobs go overseas if there isn't action taken to amend the deal struck on Christmas Eve. So yeah, Scotland's Food and Drink, representing much of the sector north of the border, has seized on the proposal that a deal should be negotiated on a mutual recognition and of food standards and vet inspections. So yeah, they're facing no gain and a world of pain. And according to his chief executives, this is all coming out by James Withers. So yeah, but as the MPs point out, there's not a level playing field on food trade. So yeah, the UK government has delayed implementation of inspections of EU food entering Britain, apparently wishing to avoid food shortages, leaving British, these shop shelves bare. So yeah, so what leverage is there to get the European Commission to change the ways things are now? Well, the meat delay. So mostly it's got to do with all of this, the meat delay and stuff that is happening right now. So the government and the environment, the food and the agriculture committee goes on to propose more compensation for firms affected by the disruption to the trade. And they say that there should be hubs created to help these smaller companies with consignments that get loaded into groupage. So yeah, those truckloads that carry pallets with several company exports, each requiring different certification and moving through customs at the speed of the least compliant. So yeah, this is for that reason. Smaller firms are considerably worse affected by the changes to trade than the larger ones. So this doesn't affect meat as much as seafood, where exporters tend to be more smaller firms. Yeah, that's right. This is all going on right now in the UK, and there's just a lot of these. When it comes to food, especially when it comes to meat and food exports and imports, this is just one of the reasons they want to get back into the whole Brexit deal, because right now other countries are also suffering if you really look at it, and we are also going to suffer in turn, because what is going to happen is we're going to lose countries like Germany. We're going to lose the countries that depend on our import and export, trading, especially when it comes to trading. This is very important right now. And yes, speaking to the Trade Commission of the MPs on Thursday morning, the boss of Britain's meat processor organization estimated that at least 24-hour turnaround for exports had at least a day, added with a fair wind around £1,000 of cost per truckload. So plus an army of people handling the extra paperwork as well. So yeah, there's just goes to show there's a lot of manpower involved in kind of this. And yeah, Karen Goodburn, representing the chilled food sector, pointed out that the food export health certificates lack the space to list all of the ingredients that you can have in a chilled meal. So yeah, due to these complexities and all of that, a truck driver can have to present 50 different pieces of paperwork. And these changes since the 1st of January have been significant, expensive, and extremely time consuming. I mean, imagine you're coming in, you're bringing a truckload of something, and then boom, you have to you have to have 50 different paperwork, and that's just a hassle right there. It's time consuming. It is very, very time consuming. It's grueling work rather. And more of this, this is just crazy stuff. What is going on, especially with the Brexit? Why other countries are finding it difficult right now with Brexit? So more evidence of the disruption to trade came from Germany, and this was coming June this week. Like I said, a sample of 93 companies that were active in the UK German trade before the end of the last year found most of them face these higher costs, and the Germans are often looking elsewhere for more reliable suppliers. Yeah, they're looking for other countries as well who can supply them with these meat, especially when it comes to food, the meat industry, and seafood as well. So more have found, this more than at least this is all carried out by all these companies, and they're looking out for different suppliers. So carried out by the British Chambers of Commerce in Germany with the KPMG, with most of them based on the continent. It found that 1 in 6 companies, that's right, 1 in 6 companies had decided to cease exports to the UK altogether. So yeah, more than a fifth have been replacing UK suppliers with those in other countries, and only 30% intend to look for new sales markets and products opportunities inside the German-British corridor. So yeah, this just goes to show, because of the prices that are increasing right now, it's getting higher and higher. All the more reason why other countries, the countries that did depend on us, depended on our exports and imports initially, are now looking for other alternatives. So most of these have found freighters is harder to secure and more expensive. And when they foresee significant difficulties with the second month, when the COVID restrictions lift and staffs are allowed to move across the borders again. So yeah, it just goes to show, what with the trade, having the trade issues right now going on right now in the UK and in, between the European Union countries, the COVID just added to all of this burden. The COVID virus just added to all of this burden. And that just goes to show, the lockdown is also partly to blame because of this. So this could, essentially help build pressure on the UK and EU administrations to make at least some amendment to the deal that they've struck. So yeah, although there's also some kind of good in this, that's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say there's a little bit of light into this matter as well. If you're really wondering, yeah, this could help, build. They could make amendments and changes to the initial deal when it came down. So the MP's report make it clear that a 5-year review is too far off, and a large group of these cultures have added pressure this week with demands to ease up on working permits for those working on either side of the divide. So yeah, that is just, a lot of people are also complaining like, hey, why aren't you guys easing up? Why is there so many restrictions? Why are there so many paperwork, so much rules right now? Why, like, especially when it comes to both parties, whether it's in the UK or in the EU right now, it's just very difficult for people. And there seems to be a little appetite right now in Downing Street for opening up talks again, at least with the European Commission. So yeah, they look to upsides from Brexit coming from beyond Europe. So Liz Truss, the trade secretary, has been seen to opening up of global Britain using the UK's newfound freedom to strike trade deals elsewhere. So yeah, they're trying to do deals across other places as well. And last autumn, Japan agreed a deal that, among all other things, allowed more British cheese into the Japanese market, but only if the EU quotas were not fully used up. So if the EU quotas are not used up, then definitely there will be supplies going out to Japan as well. So that just goes to show, and it's just crazy, what was going on right now, and even the Japanese and all of that, and Australia. Like I said, there's this thing with Australia going on as well, and yeah, the next deal looks like it's going to be made with Australia. So last week, Ms. Truss and her Canberra counterpart, Dan Trepan, had held 2 days of talks, concluding that they should finalize these outstanding issues for sign off in June. So what were those issues? Well, they were saying, but they were saying that it was offered Boris Johnson a political, if not economic, windfall. So yeah, it cited the UK's government's analysis forecasting a boost in British economy and output by up to fifth of 1%, while it's expected to the upside of Australia would be considerably greater, with Australian beef and lamb producers hoping to significantly increase access to the UK market. So yeah, British farmers have been lobbying Westminster to demand all of these Australian, meat products meet the high environmental and animal welfare standards imposed on local products. So there's just, goes to show there is a lot of this is going on right now, and they are having a lot of these concerns, but the trade experts suggest a deal is likely to allow for tariff-free quotas. So yeah, there's going to be free of tariffs, and this lack of clarity is significant for future deals if so little is known to the public and business about the trade discussions. So yeah, it is a string. It's striking that such a big change is happening in the Britain's economy isn't playing a bigger part in the election campaigns across the UK, and it's just wondering, what is going on. So it's possible, if not probable, that voters are fed up talking about Brexit. But reports from the council battlefields of southwest England, including fish communities, which feel they were misled about the benefits of the Brexit. So yeah, European boats are still allowed to fish close to the Cornish coastlines, and seafood export businesses face a similar set of problems to those in Scotland. Yeah, that is, what is happening right now in the UK. Just going to show that this is the situation right now. A lot of people are not quite happy with the whole Brexit situation, especially when it comes to the people who deal with meat and seafood as well. Fisheries and all of those companies are really getting tired over this whole Brexit scenario. So let's see how it goes. And anyways, though, with that being said, I've said enough. I've said more. I've said it all. And it's about that time of the day for me to head on out of here. And, I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same frequency. My name is Nick, and I'm out of here.